almost half effective health. But that should give them the signal that mid's been taken over. It's going to be a surround, and now they look to potentially push even further out of the B site if need be. Everybody's on site, looking to get prepared to push out towards the stairs, towards those heaven entryways.
Early 0 point as well, so they kind of know that at least Akami should be nearby. Foxy9 still holding the angle, but not quite landing the shot with the Marshall. A little bit of a, okay, not even really a tag, man, on the other side as well. The rest of the team continuing to push up front now, but Karen will take the offensive in towards stairs.
And Texture had to watch out, but that's a nice clean second shot, third on the round as well, so that should secure the round. And as we noted, only that one rifle. So
my mic was muted. Yes, I am tired. How could you tell?
Leaving it up to the two other members with sheriffs to finish off the job, and the round secured.
First bits of the day, TMV.
Those are the first bits of the day, although technically probably someone gave bits last night.
On that bonus round, so a bit of a variation from the old FPX spies with the
So it depends when your
just saying, hey, well, we'll just match buy for buy. It's really not a bonus.
your bits start.
Just a standard round.
Hold on, I need to get some socks and a
Hopefully,
jacket.
you know, being able to get those rounds under their belt as well. There's a very good chance for it for sure, and that's what this round is all about. I mean, they played it safe and slow. They had Texture leading the charge, or at least
first bits of the afternoon, TMV.
To then make the call in. But
just a tech pause here between the two teams. It would have been a little crazy to call that early timeout just after the eco round. It does look like I'm gonna double check a couple of things on Akame's seat right now. Referee standing behind, relaying information over, but he's pulling his chair up, so I'm gonna take that as a sign that he's ready to go.
Hopefully.
Oh, great.
I see that the timer on
A
my screen
tech
is still
pause.
frozen, so actually not
Oh,
yet.
lovely.
Well, they gotta relay it over and
Tech pause.
and then
Can we go a
confirm
game
and
without
make sure
having a
everything's
tech pause?
working and double check on the other side.
Oh.
Sure, it takes a couple extra steps, but we'll see.
Well, it gives me time to
Another
put on
player
my socks.
that they need to double check things on, but not too much to discuss. Obviously, the pistol round working out, GENG
Oh,
being wary of
dear.
that push out from Art, but that is something that both teams will have to do. It's either that or really having just impeccable timing rotations on that util, right? Whether it's the KO, then rotating over to the Sova, then rotating back over to the KO. It doesn't have to be the same position, but it has to really fulfill the entire.
Why did it say
about
Ender and
minute,
Bren?
maybe
Because
minute,
Ender
20
and
seconds
Bren
to
were
make sure you
casting
have
last
all the
night.
information before the final strike happens when you're on the defense. So defending teams will sometimes continuously push out, and oftentimes that's going
What
to be
the
that
fuck
A-side.
are the
You have a little
Mavericks
bit more
smoking?
room to work
Why
with.
the fuck would you trade Luca?
Continues to be wary of that advance.
There's that full buy right now. All right, still, ooh, actually still keeping some light shields in their sides and regen shields as well for GENG.
Okay.
Yeah, so not double dipping into the armor, but they'll make sure that they buy, and then they can buy again the next round as well. So GENG really setting themselves up for an economic snowball here, more so than the game originally perhaps designed.
I know, right? Like maximizing truly all their chances right now, breaking the door just to create a little bit more pressure on the other side, but there is that little march up in towards A.
Donut walled? Bits
Art
donut
having
wall?
another off angle again, all on his own. Now he does this a lot when he has the Odin, but
What
with
in the
just
fuck are the
rifle in hand, it's
Mavericks
gonna be
smoking?
enough.
Why
That's
the
a
fuck would
great
you trade
paranoia
Luca?
support though from G, and he's starting to come alive once again here on Abyss.
Um,
that allows Art to just hold on. Classic comes out, not just in time. Gian gets
I don't
taken down
know,
by
and I even
Yelman.
know who
But
that
let's
is,
talk
so
about how he needed to step up, and this might
Why-
be the
why
round
would
where
they
he
trade
starts
the
to
best
wake
player?
up for the team.
What the fuck was that
3
flash?
on the board.
Where did that come from?
The other fences as well. Akami trying to hold his
Karen?
best. Gets the
Oh
spike
my
down.
goodness.
Yeoman gunned down as well. It's just
Foxy
Foxy9
1v1
found the trade, but now the one-on-one against Jinbong,
Jimbong?
who doesn't
That's the
quite
spike,
know where
though.
Jinbong is just yet.
Yeah, Spike is down though, but Jinbong's still
When you have the
distracted
spike there,
on the
why are you
spike
walking
side,
out?
And GENG
You know he has
will
to
get
come
their
to
bonus
you.
round, leading 3 to
Surely,
0.
surely we're like chilling back here,
Light
no?
Shields finding so much economical value right now.
I
They're
mean, he
carrying
could, in theory,
everything
come
going
around
into the
there.
next
I guess
round.
he
And
must
the
have thought
next
he was
rounds where
already
they'll keep
wrapping hell.
buying up. DFM, they had a good little hold. Art bought a little bit of time for Jin to come back.
Why are we playing Abyss again? Why is it every
Yeah,
game
that
Abyss?
Jiggle peek against Gian was so
I
good.
refuse
Gian
to
was
comment
just
on this
waiting
man.
for them to step out of the smoke, but he gets caught off
How was
guard.
Crew NRG?
And Foxy9 left down to the 1v1.
Fuck me,
Gaining that
NRG, man.
confidence right off the bat as well. DFM once again on a weaker buy.
I mean,
Sheriffs and a
FNS
Marshall in hand.
was a literal
And
killjoy
they are
turret
just
in the
gonna
first
get
2 maps.
skewered by Texture. That's 2 members already lost.
He had
And that
double-digit
should be the round gone as
ACS
well, by all
for the
things in
first 2
theory.
maps.
In theory. Well, at least for DFM side, they will be noted that the
Let me put it in some
outlaws
NFL
towards
terms.
B
It's like
may
trading
be
Amon
looking
Ross
for
St.
the
Brown
challenge. He
and a
does
first
have
round pick for Jamar Chase.
Marshall.
That doesn't seem like that bad of a trade.
Bloom, but Texture takes advantage of that. Karen now sensing for the
I mean, it's not a good
extra player
trade.
towards the B side, calls for the push.
But Chase is
towards
better
A.
than-
That's the second player down. Shot steps into heaven. Oh, Jen's right around the corner.
Chase is
Will
better
get one,
than
but no
Amon
weapon
Ross St.
recovery
Brown.
quite available, so he'll just wait, see if he can
Hell no, it's
maybe
not.
creep around, get maybe 1 or 2 more kills.
Like, yeah, you wouldn't give up the first,
They
but
are going to find out. Oh, does he turn
you
around?
would take-
Texture? He's ready for it, but he's just waiting. He wants to try to push out. Aside from that, and he eventually says, well, if he's not in heaven, where is he gone? Turns around, and that's a
why did
far
Paper
kick
X
for
and
Texture
NRG
right
both
at
fuck
home.
over your fantasy? I don't know,
Of
kid.
course,
That's
as
a good
the,
question, isn't it?
well, as
But
the
that's
team
the
runs
joy
into
of playing
this point, I don't
fantasy
know.
sports.
As
If
long as he
I
gets
really
full
am
maybe that's where
excited
Genji starts
to,
look
because
lot
I know that
better.
a lot of
4-0 right now
Valorant
as well, and this is a
fans
really,
aren't
strong
sports
start for
fans, and
Genji
so
on
they
the
probably
attack.
some of
Rivals
you
picked
will
up
have
Blade
never
Storm
played a
already as
fantasy
well, and DFM
sport
not quite
before,
finding the
and I
answer
cannot
just
wait to
yet.
introduce you to the
Texture's happy.
absolute
I mean,
joys
that's
and
what he
horrors
was
of
nearly
when something
getting the ace,
fucks
just
you over.
finishing the job on that round.
Happened to my right eye? I'm
Wondering
just
if there
tired.
would be an early timeout, but DFM happy to wait until this operator round. If they can make this work, if they can carry it over.
How's my fantasy going? It was a fucking disaster. It was a fucking disaster.
On the site. The desk talked about Jinbung's ability to weave in and out, dance around that site for DFM. But this time, the hold far out. It's really more about just keeping that operator protected.
At least tier players don't get
Drone-
injured, that's
that
true.
drone going up and down, making it a little bit difficult as well, but now May is
God,
ready.
but that
Flash
would be an
on over,
all-timer if
Texture
a player got
looking for
injured
the
in
opportunity to
fantasy
collapse
Valorant.
onto Jinbung, does get the tag, but not quite the range. Pulls out the blades, and Munchkin will find the kill.
he pulls out
alongside
the blades, I
Foxy9.
guess, for
May
style
still
points.
holding the angle far back. A little bit of a hop up from Texture, but not quite finding anything just yet. The spike planted now on
5v3.
towards the site.
DFM might have to consider save right away. I mean, you still have that operator in hand.
Oh,
You
they're
don't
just
have
gonna
much other
save
detail to really
classic.
set up. You don't have a good line of scrimmage. Yeah, you have
Classic
to back out 'cause
Abyss.
you've already been spotted up in heaven. And that is devastating. Because despite Jinbung being spotted and dropping down, making it look like, you know, trying to draw all the util towards him onto the site itself, they still sent a deep paranoia
In fantasy
all the
football
way
Italy,
up
you're
towards
stuck
heaven.
with your team
That
half the
keeps
season, so when it
May at
happens, it's
bay,
hard, even
not
when it's
able
an
to peek
FP.
out of the smoke on a timing.
But why
And
are
Jinbung
you
just
stuck
gets
with your
pinged,
team for
he's done
half
for.
the season?
I mean, he gets tanned by the
How does
drone,
that make any
nowhere
sense?
To go. Texture even activates the Blaze Storm just to keep him at bay. It's a double swing.
Because, like, what if
and then
half
the
your
site
team
giving
gets
over.
injured?
That's the
You
whole
just lose.
round. I mean, just as we mentioned the desk, right, with
Lakers got
Jinbung's
Jamar
ability to
Chase and a first,
play
basically, and
inside
Mavs
of
got,
smokes and
Mavs
outside
got
of them
Mike
to anchor
Evans.
down sites.
Why?
Another thing that he did
Who's the
mention,
Jamar
Biggs
Chase in this
mentioned,
scenario?
was
If they're
the
that
fact
good, I might even have
GENG
heard
are
of them.
just a really strong fundamental team. They're not going to change their composition around too much, and they just know how.
You got 90 points on FPL. So one of the people I'm competing with is on 98. Chris Wood keeps fucking me. I keep getting fucked by Chris Wood. Someone tell me, so that I don't have to watch this game, someone give me the TLDR or TLDW of this game. Someone tell me, right, tell me about this game and I'll just repeat exactly what you said on Pledger. I'm no longer a Paper X fan. I'm free. Which team should I follow now? Wherever your heart desires. Primy good. I mean, yeah, I can see that. Primy good. Nongshan went to sleep map 3. So let's see. Lotus they lost, but Primy again did pretty well. Bind. Was kind of close. And then map 3. Maybe just takes over on Deadlock. Interesting. Talon won every pistol. Okay, yeah. So Talon just won every pistol and Primy had a good game. I'm going to guess it wasn't particularly exciting because it's a Talon game.
Yeah, just
Unless you like
absolute
Prim.
mid covers, and they're gonna try
Oh,
to
wow.
potentially trap out the operator as well. They hear it, they know it's trapped. May, you don't have anywhere to go. You've been trapped out. Akame needs to protect him. They need to
Just
find a
didn't have
way
any
out, but
util
there
for the
is
second
no
part.
exit.
Foxy, what are we
It's just
looking
Akame
at?
fighting for his life on the side, and that he will do. Not only keeping himself alive, trying to protect May, but
wasn't
now
great by
all
Genji.
alone, waiting for that backup. Already a 4v2. DFM is here on the site.
No trades
Oh, she's
found.
sniffing that wall. I guess he was playing anti-flash.
Smoke Munchkin with the shorty at ready.
Probably.
Pushing in, but once again re-smoked.
Yeah,
Such is the danger of playing anti-flash completely alone.
A nice timing from Akame. They know where one is. There's a good paranoia. See if there's a
Oh
reaction.
no,
Yeoman
Yukon
actually
die.
gets a nice pick. So DFM, they got to reconsider. Art's going back because he's just not sure of the information. But now they hear both goods. Art, you have to come back.
Oh,
Art,
no.
you need to be here for your team. Jinbook is just getting...
How are you losing this, DFM? Why have we reverted instantly back to a fucking Pumpkins? Why are we... Where's Pumpkia?
Where has the confidence gone from DFM?
Chobra, we are right with you.
The numbers, but GENG just playing it safe. Found the isolated duels against them. The advantage completely thrown out to the sides because DFM weren't quite sure if GENG were still aggressing back into the side. They started to move, they started to bubble.
I need Wissa to score a 4 today for me.
Signal for Munchkin.
That's what I need. To outscore Wood. I need him to score 4. If he could be so kind to do that.
I almost fear for the rest of this half from DFM, because when you start having some lack of confidence and then you lose a round like that, it can really topple your mental game absolutely down to the ground. But so far,
GG, go back to sleep. I wish. You know, my problem is, once I wake up though, it takes me so long to like get back to sleep. I very rarely nap or anything like that. Because I'm just one of those people that it takes me an hour to get to sleep. And to nap, it would take me an hour. So I'm not really a napper. Even when I'm super tired, I tried yesterday, I can't do it. My body just refuses to sleep.
Slowly, bit by bit. Hopefully they'll be able to do just that with May right up around the stairs now. Karen though, quick to smoke it off. Maybe looking to push on through with the null command now, and there it is, May with the first opening frag, now continuing to launch the onslaught alongside
you have to
Jin
win
and the
this
rest
now,
of
it's
the
a
team.
5v3.
Akame, gunned down, but able to pick him back up. Art in with the Hunter Sphere as well, just to toss in a little bit of distraction, but unfortunately Texture holding on true with that Outlaw. Jinbook swings out around the sides now with the Sheriff, and we'll be able to find a little bit of attention. Munchkin swings back though, Yeoman in with his own Hunter
Primi is the Cristiano Ronaldo of May.
Sticks the defuse all the way through. DFM, they take the round.
Primi is the Cristiano Ronaldo?
Well.
I just saying,
no.
I'm gonna eat the Hunter Sphere. We're gonna
Primi's
get the
like
we're gonna play the numbers. This is what they needed the last round. But hey,
it's a good
no matter when
of
you get it, as
Primi.
long as you get it and you're able to continue, because now they finally get one on the board. May spraying through as well. Akame once again, he's honestly
Primi's
really
like
started to turn into this
Cole
point man
Palmer.
for this team. Really being the one who leads by example, even if he doesn't always get all the frags.
Messi or
he's
Ronaldo?
Out there getting information, getting the position to set up the likes of May and GN.
That's sometimes the catalyst that you need for the team. Right now, the call to actually go through A main, holding a bit of a crossfire this way. Dodging the 0 point, May will keep himself up.
Yeah, and it just
Ronaldo is the more complete player.
So making it look like there's been no hop over, but May just can't land it. Akame doesn't have the trade angle either. GENG, they now know that the A site has gotten a bit weaker, but they will hold. Trying to see if there's a rotation over. Art, the jump peak is spotted, so you know there's at least one watching mid, but that means one probably still on B. Either, if not, it's all the way through spawn, so it's going to take some time. So GENG is
no, because like,
at least though,
if you had to rate them in terms of like, who would you rather have defending? You'd rather have Ronaldo.
Quick updraft in from Texture, bypasses everything, and that's possibly the side con already. Gen not quite able to hold. There it is, the side
they're just
for
getting
GENG.
abused here.
And then just pushing all the way
That's
towards
such a good passer.
as well.
Yeah, he's good on the ball, and he's good in every attacking
sense.
sense.
When you look at a team like GENG, they may not be at the very, very top like they were in the middle of the year last year, but you consider the caliber of the players, you consider the caliber of the coaching staff, and they are going to have plays down to the T. They're going to make sure that everything is covered.
But like Messi, he only has one. Like Ronaldo is both-footed. You know, Ronaldo's left foot is pretty good. Messi only has 1 foot.
Into all the prep they have done to try to figure out this map.
It's the map that they've played so much already.
Messi, you know, like when you have Messi in your team.
But it is GENG after all. So much of it.
Like if Messi was
already drilled, they even know where
if Messi like wasn't Messi,
and time those
especially in like where modern day football is now.
No guns carried forward into the next round.
Like you just don't get players like that anymore. You don't get people who can just walk around. Like that doesn't exist anymore. Apart from Messi, like unless you are Messi level good, you cannot get away with just walking around.
Right? I don't think you're getting another round, just given how the players are playing. There seems to be a lot more.
For fuck's sake, man. What's this? A little DFM taking a little Optech pause? Oh, dear. That happened more as he got older and didn't have the legs anymore? I used to walk around all the time.
DFM kick PC.
Exactly. I did watch Paper Eggs get smacked on Pearl. I didn't stream it, but I did see it. Why can't fucking hell? Just get on with it. Whatever is wrong. I don't care. Is NRG really bad? They aren't really bad, but they aren't great.
Very beginning of the round, but then they.
But the thing is, like, what is the ceiling of a team where you have a guy who can't shoot?
And then they just lock up, and then you're already down in numbers. The round's
like, what is the
of
ceiling of that team?
It is a very true consideration that we're thinking.
Because the
right
thing
now,
is, like on Bind,
at the very least, no timeouts.
What happened on Bind was FNS did shoot back somewhat, but the kind of overall game plan wasn't that
What
great.
they're doing is simply, okay, the only thing we need to worry about are these cheeky angles, right? Holding right off around the box. Maybe it's something like a judge or a shorty. Maybe you're holding an off angle. We just need to check for that, and then we're also letting you know,
it's
hey,
not great.
you like
And
to
their
push out
attack
to
side
get that
wasn't
ace
great on
space, well, we're
Haven
gonna
either.
deny it. This time a good response.
Like, I think you have to ask, like, what is
They've
FNS giving us if our attack sides aren't great?
Has gotten inklings of it.
And
so right now, with
he's not
already
fragging.
here for the execute, Foxy 9, not
He's
much
dropping
reason
double-digit
to
ACS
move
in 2
away.
months.
Still got that trip as well. Akame now trapped on the site. Catches sight of Jinbuk, can't land on his feet. And that is just a
They are
slice
just getting
and
run
dice
over
through the site.
I want to see the timeout. Oh, God. 5-on-3. Gen right around the corner, but he's just on the classic.
It's his last year either way. I mean, yeah, it has to be.
GENG, you know, they have everything surrounded.
FNC won back-to-back with Boaster, so pretty high.
Fnatic went back-to-back with Boaster with what?
Yeah, just trying
Their
to set
other
up
4
for
players
recon
being
here for May, but that should be
like
pretty
4 of the
Foxy
top
9 a little bit late to swivel
8
onto
players
that,
in the world.
But either way, they will both survive.
And Boaster was better at fragging than FNS. Like, NRG don't have 4 of the 8 best players in the world.
Controller, and May will just have to run for his life. See if he can even make it out. Honestly, you might want to consider dropping.
I mean, would you?
For one of these gaps just
they don't even have like a top.
Because they're here. And that should be
they don't even have like a top 10 player.
No
have 1. Sultan, thanks for the 2 months.
Energy will champs, mark my words.
Just no chance for me.
I mean, if you say so.
Find 1 kill, but you know, the rifle absolutely lost and thrown into the wind. I mean, they tried this setup, putting their
Madaslander?
Closer to
you don't think you could name 10 players who you'd rather take over Mada? I reckon you can.
South, it's just so tough to fight against GENG like that. You really.
I reckon there's 2 in this game.
A bit of a pause button or something for DFM, some kind of an answer, or at least just to not worry.
I'm not saying no. Som is really good. Mada is really good. But like, if you're gonna you can't bring up Fnatic as an example and say, oh well, look, a team did it in the past. When you're comparing it to Fnatic, who had at the time, like, definitely 4 of the top 10 players in the world as their other players, like undisputed, very clearly the case. No debate.
They should arrive just in time. The importance here is to stay alive rather than trying to get a kill. Because if you can do that, you can start to take more space, perhaps in mid, perhaps in B, just get a little bit more information.
Yeah, to stall. But look at how aware GENG are as well. I mean, they're not fully committing into it, waiting for a little bit more utility just to check and clear. Down to 50 seconds. They saw, I think, the recon as well. from the Shadows TP play as well, and that's a little bit of an attempt to gather info, but okay, Art starts it off with a kill.
Yeah,
okay, well, Texture's down. This should be a win now. DFM, you should win this round now.
But he's still hiding in the smoke.
Especially when he's doing that.
Art's still alive. He gets 2-3 on the board for the round. GN
you can't
now
lose
holding
this.
in the back, but it's with May this time. He is not alone. And Yeoman stranded on the site. He's gotten quite a few kills, but it won't be enough for this round. DFM finally get their second round.
Takes quite a bit, but a second round does feel a little bit better. It takes a bit of that pressure off. They put up that roadblock on the A site. They had Art to hold. They had stars. They had smokes. They had the paranoia set up behind as well. And GENG tried their darndest to really bait a lot of that out, but because Art was able to find at least one of those kills, allow for the rest of his team to get into sight, get into range, they were then able to strike back to take that round away from GENG.
Thoughts on not having Chris Wood? I'm sticking with my guns. I'm not gonna get. I did have him for a brief period of time, but I'm refusing to get him.
DRX was able to dissect GENG's defense. Maybe DFM, they can take a page out of that book, but they have to get there first with enough rounds on the board. It's a close round. That's way too many spotted, but made there for the bait. And now that's gonna slow down GENG. This time, the jet being gone means a lot as they just aren't able
to
DFM,
little fight back. Hold on.
On the other side.
Again, first kill.
So good job for May to really hold that down. Quick on the reaction to protect Art as he tries to escape off of that drone. Off of that though, now DFM has to make the read, so they're trying to place players out towards mid. Jinbong as well on towards the B side, trying to block off as much as possible. But GENG, they're getting within range and they're ready to explode onto side again. Off with the flash, straight in.
Jinbong, he's gonna try to hide out. Akame's trying to protect him for as long as possible, but they can't both.
I mean, again, they are. I mean, it's just dry swinging. It is legit just dry swinging.
Even stairs, you have to re-clear. Caron gonna peek out on a timing. He goes for the wide swing. Welcome to Pacific, Art, and he shuts the retake down. Paranoia goes out for even further delay. The drone tags May. You know both members are here. Yeoman needs to collaborate on a timing, and there is another bait and switch this time with Munchkin. It's all
just play a high-low
to May. He wants another round. They need every round they can get. 1v2. May, the swing out, and Yeoman is on point today.
Quickly respect.
I mean, again, they're just swinging him. They're just swinging him. They know that they can't keep up.
To try to throw him off with the positioning, with the tells, the TP from Karen really forced May to think: did he go backside? Is he somewhere up on top of Raptors?
It's just let's swing through this smoke. Let's fucking wide swing this guy.
Ready to stagger his movement around Karen and holds the angle, perfectly reacting to May's peak. So darn well
Whose
played.
pick is this? This is DFM's pick.
9-2 right now.
Rough.
Up pulled out by Texture.
Yeah, I mean, they have that Blade Storm, so just making sure that he can wait for a push out. It is that last round of the half. You know DFM is going to get antsy, so he's waiting all the way far out of A main. Meanwhile, during that, the pressure onto mid. GENG looking so much more fluid than they
Top
did
10 isn't playing top 2 in each
DRX.
position. Durka and Chronicle is not there. You don't think in 2023, you don't think that Durka and Chronicle were in the top 2 in their position?
A little bit more of that noise.
I think you might have been
DFM,
smoking
got
something.
those question marks in their head, not quite sure where to really hold, and look at their position so far back.
Yeah, Jinbong, nice jumping. I was afraid he would just try to run back in to try to
I'd
take
pay
a
break
position.
lose to this.
You've already given up the site. You have to make sure that you're ready to play for the retake. You have the Cosmic Divine. You can't go over the risks here. Akame stays alive for now. Jinbong tries to trade off of it. All right, you get the kills. You're staying alive. Jinbong dances. Barely gets nicked right on the ankle by the Hunter's Fury.
40 seconds with the Cosmic Divide up as well. That's when GENG really goes for the full rotation over. It's just May on the A side, sure, but he's holding Heaven on an off angle. Art hears
oh my god, he loses that?
Well,
okay, they got lucky there that dropped exactly at the right time for them.
Against May, what's going to happen?
May, he needs to land the first shot. He finds it, not quite able to get the kill. Texture gets by with the Blainstorm, tries to position on top of the site. Spike not planted just yet, but now it all comes down to Munchkin, and he still needs to plant. He would love to get at least one more kill, but he's about to get spotted, and it's too many members. DFM will keep the threads of hope alive with 3 rounds.
Munchkin was quick to react off the updraft as well, but because it's 3 targets, just a little bit overwhelming.
Okay, 9-3, I mean,
9-3, DFM,
I still don't think they've got any hope, to be honest.
And it does pay off.
But you never know.
I love that Akame just had this nice little key piece of utility. He notes that they, GENG has been setting themselves up really close to site, especially around the smokes, and that's why he throws that little fragment.
Timeout. Okay. I mean, it is crazy to think that this team ran over Paper Rex, won like every single fight in that game, and then now is just getting absolutely ran over in this next game. That's a rough. That is rough. The winner plays Talon. Second map is Lotus. Haven remains. I mean, if DFM, they need a pistol here. They are on attack side, like, there is some hope, but not if you're just getting out-aimed like that. There's not much hope if you're just losing every duel.
Entire community watching over from Japan, and boy, would it mean a ton to take down. Where do you go from here if you're Paper Rex? From last year.
And that's the thing about Paper Rex, right? Can you make a roster move? Is that even a possibility? And if so, then who? Like, who's a realistic upgrade?
Attacking side.
DFM looking to pressure mid. It's going to be an equal push out from GENG. Just hiding away.
Yes, Mike, you were typing some funny stuff.
Easily. There's just not enough members from DFM here. They need to win their fights, but May landing the first shot just draws away all the attention. The duo of May and GN start
bit
to
of
strike
patience,
back here in the second half.
And
just
they win.
Holding themselves up by Catwalk. So much spotted out. The shots connecting as well. Just Munchkin left. One
Get
on
back,
five.
Munyoy.
Munchkin.
Where are you
just
going,
bank
bro?
on the fact that it might be A, and if it's not, we'll see what his choice is.
Yeah, get away with
Just
a kill or two,
there.
find the alt orbs. Maybe try not to give too much away to DFM.
Just taking this time to discuss things a little bit as well, it seems, but he is just going to creep forward. If he can get a kill, like you said, he'll get a point or two towards that null command, but if not, happy to go down to the
Actual
spike.
time wasting.
DFM, though, they note their numbers advantage, and they're playing it tight. They're pushing all the way into defender side spawn. They spot nothing, so they kind of know. Maybe he's mid. Maybe he's coming all the way back through attacker spawn.
What a fucking waste of time.
He saw GN.
Yeah, GN looks like he's going to get caught out right there near the end, and DFM says that's fine. We'll be able to save our lives going over. May just wondering if it's going to re-peek back out to mid, but Munchkin goes down to the spike. DFM now up to their 4th round with a couple strong pistols as well. So curious to see if they all buy up or not.
Looks like they most probably would. Trying to keep as much of an advantage as possible for the rest of this second half. This is the side that also GENG did struggle with against DRX, though. I mean, they ended their defensive half only with 3-round wins against DRX.
Well, see if DFM, they're going to set up for mid once again. Just a scouting over by A. Oh, a deep smoke out with the recon.
Okay, more aggro from
tags
GENG.
all 3, so that's a lot of information from Akame.
See, this skin I think is quite cool.
That,
that skin for the Marshall.
Shots fired off as well, so
I dig it, the crow skin.
Not wanting to challenge it too much.
I missed the smoke.
Shields after all, so GENG playing it safe back towards the A site. A couple holding inside a B link as well, while DFM continues to explore.
So after actually helped us they send one back over to B, try to make that a
don't
heavy
fully
site.
know that that's clear because of that
to
smoke.
Push out, see if they can find a timing. Jinbun gets a sniff of it. Something tells him something is off. Now he will just hold at bay, puts up a smoke, but obviously that's a fake. GENG knows that now, so the 2 members on A side, do they play close or do they try to play for their lives? Looks like they're just going to spread the fight out, try to delay as long as possible.
And I got 2 sheriffs, but neither are here. They're both on the flank.
Still very much within range of footsteps, so it's going to have to be quite careful. The rest is GENG just trying to hold as much as possible. Yeoman looking for maybe some kind of attack through the recon, but nothing quite found. Art will be able to evade it and get close enough to get the spike down. Akame in with the first Marshall shot towards the back. The second one as well. There's the third.
Just clean shots from Akame. I was wondering maybe they need to start pushing back
Just jump off the
all
map,
the way
bro.
out towards defender spawn, but Akame
Like,
lands
actually,
the
just
first
don't give
shots,
them the
and it's
ult.
okay if
What are we
Jinbun
doing?
goes down,
You
only
jump
had
off the
Sheriff
map
in
now.
hand.
You save us all the time, and you
it's
jump
like
off the
this,
map.
A very, very clean anti-eco with all of their upgrades being carried over. 3 rifles and a Marshall in hand.
That could be really effective for the upcoming rounds as well. Just Karen continuing to jiggle, spotted out by Mei. Clean and simple. Akame eliminating the
Actual stats
entire
play.
flank, which is quite lovely. 5 to 9. We'll see if these carried over rifles will do something against GENG's full buy.
They're not gonna cut you, bro.
Find
Don't worry.
one as well. So the Marshall, the only one really falling quite far behind in terms of firepower, but it can still be deadly in the right hands. May only 2 away from the Blade Storm. So overall, the economic setup quite good for DFM, but
Okay.
still a little ways to go.
DFM win
GENG's
this,
ahead
maybe
by
they have a
4
chance.
rounds. Once again, with the double controllers, DFM wanting to make sure they absolutely control mid first before they start to work the map.
True that. Still back into it. A little bit of a spam in towards A though, just in case with the smoke that
He
far
wants to
up
give the
front, so
fantasy players more points.
just to check.
Yeah, maybe.
Not GENG not quite giving out too many reactions just yet.
Yeah, but an early drone as well to make it really look like DFM has pushed, started to creep up mid. So GENG, they need this information. You constantly see Karon jump peeking in mid to see, okay, when's the timing? Is it a pinch on to B? Do we have to push out from somewhere? Keeping GENG under wraps. The one-way comes out on A. That will give them a little bit more time to work with. But DFM, they might even use this to play it as a fake. Just continue to put that pressure over by the A side.
Yeah, still trying to keep GENG interested. Texture, though, quickly holding the angle outside of B. Main spots nothing out, so down to 40 seconds now. GENG are starting to think, like, are they towards mid? Are they towards A? Because we're not seeing anything around B.
I love this from DFM. So you take the orb, and then you just make no sound. Make it look like you're just going to rotate out by putting fake pressure onto A, and it works perfectly. Even though they tagged May,
Okay, they got
he just
him.
backs out quietly as if he's the only one here. And now with the
It's a good
recon
nade,
coming
though.
in, you have to empty the site.
But they've got an A split here. This is going to be real rough for
Just
GENG.
block so much of it off. The only thing that GENG can play now is from spawn, from security, and that's not good enough. It's going to be the spike down for DFM.
May holding close. He loves that spot. Already has quite a few highlights on it just from this tournament. You still have Jinbun over by Vents as well. The first mission is going to be May. Munchkin gets it with a slow creep out. Art's ready on the other side. They still have good angles, but a full flash against Gian shuts him down, and Munchkin just leading the charge.
They are all low,
but
but...
on the bonus, the spam comes through to set up for the teammates, and GENG will go up to 10.
Again, it just came down to just aiming better, I think. There was a nice moment with the dart flash, but...
inside of Vents, they had so much of it covered off, but just because GENG's that sharp, they peeked out at the
you would not expect Munchkin to just swing that corner and win.
Also taking that fight out to bridge, like it just broke so much of DFM's post-plant positions off. Munchkin, I mean, how on earth was he able to go on such a tear?
Oh yeah, spots him right at the end as well. And I think the really, really clever choice that Munchkin makes here is to go through contact. You're not throwing
May's gonna go for knives.
Because once you lose sight of backside, the crossfires and the anti-flash becomes a lot easier. You have 3 angles
Munchkin on
you
his
need
trusty
to cover.
Guardian.
So just going in with contact, checking left and checking right.
But that was real. They had a big chance, that DFM.
Yeah,
The thing is, their guns weren't even that bad.
Typical
They didn't have full rifles. And to be fair, maybe if they did have full rifles, maybe they would.
And now DFM has to
Because they were low.
work their way across the map once again. Nothing outside of A. It's been smoked off. Full bunched up all up towards B.
So A just being emptied out. They have the tripwires just to check how deep the enemy's
Destroy the knife, see the jet.
Drone
Goodbye,
goes
DFM.
Texture. They know that he's trapped, but who else is on the side?
Terrible
Well,
by Munchkin.
Down. No bodyguard for Texture. Here comes the flying drone in May with the blades out. He wants to kill, but Texture shuts him down. The attack already slowed down. Texture trying to spade through. He gets Akame as well, and the spike still yet to be delivered onto the site. 2 members guarding each other in GENG. Texture on for 3. Can he get the 4th? No, well, Karen's already gonna go for it.
Karen
Jinbun
gets
shuts
one.
down Texture, but it's
Oh,
only
Foxy.
Jinbun left, who makes it a
Trolling.
1v2.
He was stuck all the way towards the back lines, and with that, he was able to find Texture, who was hunting for kills.
Okay, Karen
Spots out
does
the next
well.
player as well. 2-on-1,
Not
though,
trolling
he went
like
right
Foxy.
up from behind, undetected. So there is a chance at thwarting Jinbun on towards that spike plant. Karen keeping himself tucked away as well.
This is tough because you do have to just go for the plant. It's just too much distance for you to cover to try to get a kill first. He needs to try to isolate the 1v1s. He has no idea that Yeoman's already through. The timing from Yeoman is perfect.
That should be GG.
As he brings yet another round for GENG.
Yeah, I thought about it, but had no idea. And I wonder if Karen actually made a slight bit of movement just to bring the attention back to him, because he knew that at least Karen was right up around the front. So that's what Jinbong was more worried about. That said, though, all said and done, it is a score that is now 11-5. One successful round, a couple of successful rounds from GENG, and that's all it took to bring them to this huge lead. And it starts off with Texture.
I mean, Texture almost on for the 4K again. Eventually gets shut down, but it delays so much. I mean, the spike eventually not planted until Jinbong picks it up.
Truly. So it just bears noting that DFM does need a lot more information to work off of, but right now, Texture straight inside the smoke. You have to have heard, but unfortunately, spam's not quite found. Texture finds a shot
getting every spam kill, and then you got the munchkin up.
Well, a little bit of their own medicine against DFM. They were
what are
doing
we
this
doing?
a lot.
Why is our op leaving the line?
Oh,
What on earth are you doing, man? Oh my god, what? They just absolutely lost their minds there. What on earth are we doing? That was horrible, Valorant. Horrible. Like, we have seen them here, right? We know that they are here from this initial excursion. I mean, maybe we think that they've ran off, I guess, but...
Karen hears footsteps.
Yeah, he knows he just has to fight it, so he's going to hold a further out off angle, waits for both targets. He's nice and calm.
The movement is insane, and now Foxy will lose this.
For Karen. A 1v1 setup for Foxy9. The timing, he hears the footsteps, and that's all he needs for the confidence to drop down and
saving
bring
them.
GENG to map point.
That wasn't great by DFM. I mean,
needing to step up for the team to take
it's not unlikely that someone has done this.
It's just that. Look at how he holds the angle. It was probably should have been.
I mean, you're reloading, it looks like. And then we jump peek, even though we know they're there.
Goes for the
That's so bad what they did in mid.
And continues to reposition. Those 3 kills gave all the value to GENG in this round.
Just saving them.
I love that he purposely hides deeper into the corner as well, just making sure he can find more than one target, because that's what he needed. And that is going to bring this to 12-5. 7 chances for GENG, everything in the world, but DFM, everything now on the line. There comes the ultimate, trying to find a target. It eventually
the stun
does
is great.
Foxy9. That's all the Cypher Yuta also taken down.
Oh my god.
Divide Charon. He jumps above it.
They're right next to each other.
Yeah, May got an inkling of it. Maybe heard it right at the end.
Yeah, checked it right around the smoke. I mean, that is where May would like to be as well, to hold off the angle in towards spawn. But now that the smokes have gone off,
they should save here,
really.
really.
Off of it and in towards a safer position.
They won't,
right underneath
because they think they can just aim different, but they should.
And they tried to go for contact again. Gravity Well comes out, and this time DFM's ready for it. GN at a wider angle. So DFM keeping track of what has worked for GENG, but can they do it 6 more times in a row is the big question.
Yeah, this round was, quite a bit of a paced play. They had the Cosmic Divide, they had the smokes, they had the Hunter's Fury.
12-5, DFM aren't winning this. They'll win this next round because it's an eco.
So quick to get
but they aren't winning this game.
The boxes. So that was truly the key for DFM in the round, but it's a play that can't be repeated too much.
They do have all 5 ults, to be fair.
Now. I think Akame at least is
a little
sitting on
unfortunate.
the null command though, so maybe that is slightly.
Fucking got hit by the silver. The stun was good by DFM.
You just caught a glimpse of that. They got 5 ultimates. No guns, but 5 ultimates.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you get a first
so Texture's gonna use knives, I
use
guess.
them all, but if not, happy to spend it on the next round. See what you can do in this one with the just 1 rifle on Yeoman. Lane Storm will be used right away, so that gives a little bit more firepower for GENG to work with.
Okay, mid smoked off as well.
So GENG
5 chances.
Make sure that they keep some
Classic.
control of mid. That way they can
Classic TMV level IQ of chatter.
Complete gamble stack early on without too much information. Obviously, coming in with just pistols, they want to try to hold on to their util until they need to fight. So they will just keep Yeoman for a little bit more information. He needs to keep a good timer on that smoke. Art comes out from very close. Yeah, Art should know that that's coming straight out of vent.
Immediately drones, so that is a little bit of a tell for Yeoman as well.
Yeah, but there's no one looking to trade for Yeoman. So DFM, they will continue to creep back up. Yeoman, if he can find a good timing, if he can find that kill, he can't quite get it. He has to shy away.
Now they are avoiding the guns.
Now in danger. There's a no command.
But that's a win for GENG right there.
Foxy9 just waiting on timing.
I mean, DFM kind of have to use the ult, but
that fragment, and that leaves
it is good for GENG. They've used it on this round.
Alone. Sheriff in hand. Perfect. Oh, what in the world is that? May still trying to recover things for his team, but the revives won't come through in time. Foxy9 strikes from the side, and this might be how it ends. Akame still down. Spike now recovered. They want to try to get something going. May set up for the kill, but May, can he stay alive long enough? No, it is Texture who
not 5 chances, a
but
thrifty.
Okay,
13-6. I mean, that could have been an email. That could have been an email, that game. Some got 9 points in the end. I ended on 51 points. That's got to be down there. That's a sag. Am I ending the stream after DFM GENG? Yeah. Yeah, why would I not? Why would I not? I mean, so you're telling me I don't really need to watch this game? You're telling me it's just a Primy diff. Make sure you put Leap in there next time. Well, I've changed the... When does the next one start? Oh, we can do it now. Wait, can we? Is this for next? Is Fabio here? No, what? Were you not? Was I not allowed? Should I not be able to do this? Can I sub in fucking Texture? Can I get rid of this guy? Oh. Come on, bro. Come on. Please. What did FNS end on at the end? What was FNS's points, Fabio? You having the bench? Yeah, but I can't see it, I don't think. Can I? No. Go on the playlist? Oh, do they have them all here? Oh, okay. NRG. Minus 1.5. Wait, what? What just happened? It takes you to their VLR if you click them.
Neither God nor anime will help you today, Glue FM. You're playing with the big dogs now. Or rather should I say big cats. Tiger Nation, rise up. Tiger, 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 tiger.
I mean, Verno only got 1.5 as well. Poor Mata with 15. But I mean, minus 1.5. Is that the lowest score? Who got the highest score? Durka got 19. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's good. Okay, I got 20. Leaf got 19.5. Margaret got 17. May got 19.5. Trent with 19. Woot with 20. Turns out Woot was the pick all along. What the fuck is this picture? Why is this the picture? Oh, rough for yay, 0.5. I mean, I do like how just the Valorant fantasy thing is in the back. That makes me laugh. Your little Valorant fantasy in paint. Honestly, Fabio, I do kind of want to keep this as the logo. FVL. I do think that's funny. Check Vac. You can't really see it, but he's in front of a school bus with W bus driver. I'll definitely keep FVL. Okay, I'm gonna go make my breakfast.
Lower bracket, who they are, and that they're here to
We'll
stay.
be back in a sec.
So you got Munchkin on your side.
There was doubters. They doubted me. They said I couldn't do it. They said I didn't know what I was talking about.
Well, I mean,
Mostly him, but
you guys are coaches. You are the experts for a reason.
this
Right.
is what I
That's
mean.
the guy who
Captain.
predicted DFM to win today, right?
Okay.
The game's not done.
It is
It's
not
popping
done.
Everywhere. It's
I-
not done.
DFM
We're-
have to regroup now.
Guys,
That's the
We
big
have
thing.
another map.
We're going on to Lotus, are we not? The
I mean,
game's
yeah,
not done?
yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
It's scary for them. It's scary for them. They need
It
to
is
find
scary.
their footing and they need to find confidence. That's the big thing. They're a vibes team. We keep saying it, and they have to reclaim some vibes here. Otherwise, this might be a fast 2-0 for GENG. This is such a good map. for them.
Morgan. Let's just... They played it once in the off-season, buddy. They barely played this map. They're playing the bloody Breach Neon comp on Lotus. Like, come on. What are we doing? What are we doing here?
I have to say, I'm a little bit less confident. After seeing that map 1, after knowing what map 2 is, I think this has gone right into GENG's hands. They're going to be licking their lips.
Sir, do you change your vote for today?
Oh, no.
Can't change it now. Come on.
I
We're
won't
not
change it.
fixing the predictions.
But I will say I'm worried about my prediction. I think
Okay.
that's the best way I can word it. There is still hope for them, you know.
What's
you
the
have
hope?
You have to play the game. They need
What's
to
the win
start
condition?
much stronger.
Mm.
They got ran over at the start of that game. They lost rounds that they should have won. You're not putting the rounds to bed. So GENG just, you know, they just cracked the game wide open for themselves, and that's what DFM need to do head into this. I want to see a pistol win. I want to see a bonus win. I want to see pushing. I want to see confidence.
Right,
That
no one-
wasn't there in the first
No
one.
one on DFM showed up to that game except for maybe Akame, and he had a couple of nice little multi-frags. For DFM here, if they play the same comp, if they play this Breach Cypher comp with the Neon, like this is another kind of execution-based comp where you need to find the right reads. If you're starting out on defense or something like that, you've got to be able to get the right trap plays going off of the cam. At the same time though, we've seen a lot of teams that don't have many reps on certain maps just bring some funky comps or change things up. So this is a chance for DFM to catch GENG off guard a little bit, because we know exactly what GENG is going to play, guys. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's actually a very fair point, and we've seen exactly that happen here. Talon, who was playing earlier today, is probably the masters of that, surprising a team with a completely different idea, which throws their opponents off. But it is GENG, and you're right, we know what they're probably going to play, we probably know how they're going to play, but they're so good at fine-tuning and reacting to it because they stick to what they know, and they just make it perfect.
Yeah, that's a major point. If you rep this comp as much as Gen G has, you've seen everything. You have a huge bank of responses to know if a team wants to run the breach, how do we respond? If a team is playing Neon, how do we want to respond? You have all those reps, so that's the advantage you have over changing your comps a lot. So I think if there's a team you're trying to catch out, you don't want it to be Gen G because they're very well prepared.
At random adaptation on the fly is inconsistent. If you can have a solution that you've already made and a deep playbook like Gen G will have on this map, and then you go, oh, this round will work against this thing that they're doing, it's going to be way easier for it to actually have impact.
Well, Pilsky, I know you predicted Gen G. You're one of the 4 talents who did. But I want you to make a case for DFM. What do you want to see from DFM? Because you are definitely not sold on their comp, what you've seen from them in the off-season. What is it going to take Gen G now?
Okay.
Well, see, I'm kind of debating in
we
my
didn't
mind,
have
do I
any
want them
cereal,
to change comp
so
and do something weird because that's backfired for them on Pearl already once before.
Map 2 is
I
Lotus.
just want them to play this breach comp. I think I want them to do something weird. I think I want them to play double duelists or something and get really aggressive and really active because they're looking really disjointed today. If they bring the same level of disjoint.
Okay. Astra Omen with a Vice. Kind of seems like a new age way of playing this map. I kind of dig it. And Gen G sticking with the old ways. But yeah, I'm so excited for the Valorant Fantasy. I think it really... If we can get it set up, and it's good, and it works, I'll be very excited to have it. Because I think it'll be so much fun. It'll add so much fun to the game. Because you get games like this, right? Like, games like this. This is the perfect example of, like, it's Gen G DFM. Gen G are just kind of out-aiming them. The game isn't really that exciting. You know, it's whatever. But if you had, like, Karen or Texture in your team, and you care about, like, how they do, it's much more interesting. It makes... Then you're like, fucking hell, come on, Karen, you...
Teams just from even all around the world
fucking prick.
Could crack
Get a
so
kill.
easily last year. And already, they continue to prove it again in 2025 that it continues to be a home ground for them. DFM, they've had a little bit of time to study it.
Gen G, though, they've shown that they do know how to deal with the Vice as well, playing that game against RQ, so we shall see what does happen. DFM starting things out on the
See, the thing is, with the way I want to set up the rules, there's going to be cut-offs of, like 10 kills, 15 kills, 20 kills. And so if there is cut-offs, it'll be fun. Like, I can't wait to see, like, people in the chat being like, Karen only got 19 kills, he's one kill off another point. Fucking hell, go for the kill. Like at the end of the game when it's like a 5v1. Oh, I can't wait.
He's playing right around the corner. Art setting up the smokes.
Yeah, it's just going to be a flood into that B site. The talk screen comes up, but obviously coming in through Baby Door, it's going to negate some of that delay. The Haunt gets destroyed immediately. Yo, man, just
okay,
has to make
little
sure
B
that no
split, round one.
Through on Waterfall.
No, we don't. We've gone for the Vice Sheriff, which again, on pistol round, I think the Thorns are very good on a pistol round. Because, like, you literally can't afford to take the 10 damage for each tick. Like, you literally can't go through it. It's basically like just an absolute hard wall.
He has to jump ahead, but takes a lot
Yeoman
of
got
damage
blinded by his own Omen, and then the DFM Omen.
Collect on those frags. Texture now up from behind, has the doors up and opened, finds at least a pick, but Karen not quite landing the flick. Down to just Texture, pushes out of the smoke,
they win a
but
pistol.
Art suffocates him.
Yeah, 4 members left alive. DFM already had such a good stronghold on the site. They were even watching the flank a little bit from Jinbung, so he might be playing the Fade, but he's still got, you know, that lurk DNA, the flank DNA, just to make sure to keep his team safe. Eventually walked all the way back around Rubble. But more than anything, you know, taking that Rubble space for free and then saying, okay, that's weird.
Just rewatch Energy Crew, what we thought on the match. Honestly, Martis, Sam, and Ethan were playing great, but they still lose so hard. I mean, yeah, there was a brief period on Blind where Crew were just getting a spam kill at the start of every single round, and they, I mean, Marta was just like unable to play the game for like 5 rounds.
But next round coming up, they are buying up
but still, I thought the NRG was sloppy, and that's like the thing is with NRG is
spamming through the smokes out towards A main.
like, unlike a lot of
Again,
other of the,
remain
like, you
control
know,
as well
supposed
as DFM,
top
so that
teams,
seems to be the crux of things. There's the arc rush through the wall.
they're not going
just
to be
make
able
sure
to
that they don't get
out-aim
hit
their
with that
way
crazy trap play.
of
Gen G,
games.
listen,
Like
they're the ones who
Gen
are
G, right? So
advancing, and
Gen G
again,
had a
all the
couple
rest
rounds
of
in the
Rumble
last
for
game
free.
that weren't great, but they still
That's a
won
lot of info.
because they just out-aimed DFM.
It's a lot of pressure for Foxy9 as well.
Yeah,
Now,
he
Crew
just
is a
has to
pretty
kind of
decent
delay
aim
with the
team.
first kill here,
But
just have to
but
hide
basically
on
the point
this
I'm
one,
saying
doesn't
is,
have much of an
I'm not
opportunity
sure how
for
many teams NRG will
second smoke
simply
comes
be
back
able to
up.
out-aim.
A lot
Like,
of
and just
smokes
be able to
coming through.
rely on
Okay,
that as a
Blue
kind of
Mine gets you a
backup
decent
plan.
amount of
And not
information.
just because of
You don't really
FNS,
have anywhere else to turn, though. They will just try
but
to
like
make
the
it
whole
out towards
team.
B, just stop any sort of pressure. Art, you have the spike. You have to watch out not to get picked off. Only 40 seconds left.
I mean,
DFM,
they're kind of trapped
you
in
do
here.
not have good control of this map right now. You have to land the shots.
They have to barrel through. That's the only way. Texture alongside Yeoman right along the back, nipping at their heels. They try to spam through the smokes to find as much as they can. There it is, finally
What the
getting a
fuck?
kill, but also blast packing the site a little bit off. Still not too bad, managing to go in safe. Munchkin right around the corner.
You know, timing, Munchkin actually finds it for himself, eventually gets traded, but Karen's there to trade back. Jinbun still keeping
It's a big
everything
fight.
alive on the site, and Akame, he can't quite
Okay,
finish it.
I mean, a lot of
Jinbun
damage, but
will get 3 on the board, so
at least they
what
didn't
looked
lose.
like it might end up dicey. DFM is still able to get
And you
the
think
spike
Sen can
planted
out-aim
and
many
carry over
teams?
2 rifles.
Just 2 rifles. They lost 1. They
More
lost
so than
Marshall as well.
NRG.
Not the worst thing in the world, but still it does.
Yeah,
kind of
not as,
impact
like, Sen wouldn't be at the top of the
coming
list,
around a
no.
little bit. You know, it definitely does make you
But
think,
definitely
or at least it looks
a
like
tier above
they're
NRG.
kind of hesitant to push through a lot of these smokes.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have enough util.
But I think
left
that's
over
why
to
we've
try
seen,
to scout
like, I
out
think that
inside the
Sen
smoke clearly
will
and then
probably end
retake
up
that
winning a lot of
space.
2-1s.
And then you've already
because
run out
they
of
can't
options
do
on
that.
B main, your util being
And so
spent
if their
there
team
as
play
well.
isn't good,
So that's
they
something
won't be that
DFM
great.
have to consider a bit more carefully in the future, not having as much passive info to check.
But like,
if
yeah,
anyone's fully
Zekken and
pushed out of
Narrate
A rubble.
are still very good.
Okay.
John's a
Well,
pretty good
as
fragging
well.
IGL.
Really spotting. Oh, almost caught in the reload. Yeoman out for the swing saves Texture's life.
Yeah, and May a little too fixated on what felt like it might be a free kill on Texture. Eventually goes down. Without the raise here, this bonus round looking a little bit dicier. They don't have all guns
Okay, they're
bought
fully
up
sticking
because
around.
of the guns lost earlier. Razorvine not quite getting deleted, but Yeoman will step away from it. That's a double up. It's a good crossfire. The reload comes through, but Texture still has bullets left in his.
That was a
And
bit of
that's
a
triple for Texture.
bit of a nothing burger
Showstopper
there from
online. A
DFM.
flawless here would let Gen G get right back into the swing of things.
At least take 1 gun away, possibly. But it's tough on just the Ghost Munchkin. Sniffing right up from behind, spots him out, and there it is.
It's like a 4.3 versus 5
Getting
against
that last
NRG.
kill, getting another point to himself.
4.3.
Still a little ways away, but you got that showstopper to tide you over if you're Gen G. Now, something that is interesting is that DFM, you know, it's kind of switching over
This
to
was a
these
bit of a
Omen
nothing round
Astra
from
comps. We saw
DFM.
it
They
on
literally
Abyss,
just
just
didn't
talked
even
about it,
get
now bringing
out
it
on
over
A.
to the Lotus as
They
well.
literally just did
And Gen
nothing,
G
sat
was one of
around,
the
and then
teams
just didn't
that
even
seemed
get out.
really fixated on making this work, making
took
this
zero
like their
space.
comp that they use on every map during the offseason. They were trying to do that last
Okay,
year
Arts with
most
his
of their
Odin.
compositions, and that seemed to be the case. As soon as they saw Astra buffed, that's where they switched over. Obviously, they're still retooling things a little bit with some of the newer patches, but I gotta imagine that Gen G might have some good internal notes about how this composition tends to operate.
I am inclined to agree.
Okay, so again,
They
it's
are
aggro
quite
there.
experienced with
The deep
just
smoke.
running that, or if not, their own double controller with the Viper as well. Right now, just controlling Rubble and funneling DFM off towards other parts of the map.
So Rubble completely under control of Gen G again. DFM has to fight back there. at
Risky
some
against an
point.
Odin.
If it's not at the start of the round, you have to at least push them back, because right now, I mean, just watching, hey, Prowler came out, that doesn't really help you, because that's more information for Gen G. Look at the
Ooh.
rotations coming through.
Yeah, Munchkin jumping on the
Jesus,
boxes
Munchkin.
does spot them out by quite a bit. So Showstopper from Texture. Oh, and he gets at least 1.
I guess 1, but it's
Akame
1 for
will
1.
make it a trade. Spike on the ground. They can still pick it up. DFM just thinking about maybe regressing into the A site now that the raise is gone.
Yeah, but now that GN does have at least Rubble,
mean, they
you know,
don't-
the
they
Omen's
don't
not
know
here,
that
and
it's
the
A.
raise, because they rotated over, the A site usually not going to be a stack. You kept so much attention on B and C that it should be the weaker site. The timing is
Good
there
goal by
for
DFM.
but
Can
can they
Yeoman-
get through Yeoman? He's been on
Keep him
fire
out.
so
Good
far.
Prowler.
Spotted by the Prowler, wants to reposition. Oh, it's going to be Karon arriving
Karon, they
just
didn't
in
smoke
time
this?
for backup from above. Yeoman trying to slice the angles, waiting for Karon to
Did
fight.
he not have a
Yeoman
smoke?
with another wall bang. He's trying to get a
Why are we
second one, and it's just going
Why
to
have
be
we
an
smoked
absolute
this and not
shutdown
heaven?
on A.
With
There's just
those
no
few
way.
kills,
There's just
the
no
first
way
one
you
from
smoked.
Karon,
You've
and
one-wayed
then the
this
next
and
one
not
from
smoked
Yeoman.
heaven.
It just buys enough time for Foxy9, who also
Like
arrives on the site
like
just
you
in
must.
time.
If you've only got
So
one,
much of it
smoke
gone
heaven.
A little bit wrong, a little bit awry.
Like,
because of that little
always smoke
hesitation
the
from
high-low,
DFM.
right?
I mean,
Always
Yeoman,
smoke
he
the
took quite a bit
high-low.
of damage, but unfortunately for DFM, Gen
Like
G
in
was
this
able to
spot.
halt them
In this
their
spot,
tracks
when
despite
like
the
especially
right reads.
Lotus side A heaven.
Oh my god.
If you've only
Hear
got
the
two
war
smokes,
cries
it's here and
coming
here.
out
It's
across
not this
the
one.
board, and
If
Yeoman
you've only got
looking
one
much more
smoke,
confident
it's
than
here.
he ever has.
Because guess what?
This kickoff,
This
none of the self-doubt there anymore.
they're on
and
your
DFM this
normal
time
level
finally
crosshair.
sending Art forward
If you have to
with that
dry
smoke,
swing into
not
a
trying to
high-low
get
here,
picked by
good
the
fucking
Haunt.
luck.
They'll fight here on Rubble.
I am all for it. A little bit of it. Thorns on the side, but not quite finding too much either. Still continuing to spam on through. Gen G will be able to pick up on the 2 kills now. The Prowler sent over as well. Yeoman
I do
continuing
like
to
the.
spam and spray
I mean,
through
Gen G
the
are playing a
toxic
lot of
screen.
Phantom,
Just nothing found from DFM. They're all caught
and I
in the
think they're very much
crossfire.
in the right to be doing
The
that.
flawless for Gen G.
It counters light shields now
I
because
mean,
there's
sure,
only
it's an eco,
140s.
but again, you look at just how well drilled this team is, and watching this, it you know, just suddenly reminded me that
There's
this
literally,
is another
I
one
don't
of those
see
maps
any.
that
I mean,
Yeoman
we're
was
playing
also good at
quadruple
when he was
smoke on this map.
IGLing
Like,
the
there's
old
really
Ocean
no
Squad and
reason to
Challengers,
not play
playing that
Phantoms.
fade,
They're just
really
getting
controlling the
rewarded for doing it.
battlefield, fragging out as an IGL back then. And so he just needed to learn and download the playbook just a bit more for Yeoman as he starts to get a bit more comfortable.
Like,
here on
picking
the Gen G
Vandals here
squad.
is just
Here
trolling.
as well.
Like, this just has to be
Space.
trolling.
Definitely feeling a lot more confident. 6 kills right now on the board. Oh, okay, but here comes that Odin spam from Art on this Omen. Doesn't really throw out too much, just a little bit of
Triple
presence.
walk up C.
Gen G takes that as a signal to push out on towards C. May is holding close and tight, but here comes the burst. 2 kills already.
They really got them
DFM
with that.
was ready for it. They read this through it to bounce out, but still there's the trade just in time. A nice double swing. Akame cutting off any
Gen G,
rotations. They're even going to check
they got
close.
cooked in
Yeoman
this
is
round a little
spotted.
bit.
Tries to get a timing. Does get seized right at the end, and they say, you know what? We don't even have to fight it. He's caught. Let's make sure we plant safe and get the positions we want.
Yeah, we're good. Let's
But
get
you don't
it.
have to run to A. Just fucking plant
Forcing him
B.
to fight against us. A little bit tougher for Yeoman for sure.
Give the spike to the fade. Fucking hell.
Saving the shear wall
Why,
every
how
time
scared of this guy
for
are we?
the post plant, and it's a very strong tool in the post plant. But some of these rounds, it looks like it might get dicey if they just kind of lose track of timings for that passive info. But for now, a good read on the push out from C, right? Odin on A, make them check out of C, and they wait for it. It's a good trap.
One that definitely allows them to even out the score. Yeoman, yeah, he's got a lot right now in the bank. Just trying to find anything. Picks up the operator. Okay, nice.
Yeah, just going to look to keep that, it looks like.
So yeah, they kind of got cooked a bit. It's a nice
Wow,
idea by
that's actually-
DFM. They
yeah,
smoked
I
this,
mean,
then they
that's
fake
actually-
TP. These guys don't
So
want
he
to check
sends the
that, so they
Haunt
walk
out
back.
so he doesn't get shot on the jump.
But then the
then
triple
That's-
walkout
I
here.
mean, okay, wow.
I mean, that
It's really small.
it's like a surprise idea, but the reason that this is a surprise
No,
idea
this
and
is
not a normal
amazing
idea
because
is
the
because when you
snowball
walk
just
out to
doesn't
sea,
stop. You give up the
there are
round, but the
multiple.
economic snowball is
There are
absolutely
so many
continuing.
things that, like, doing that dry
Hell
is
yeah,
kind
I'll
of
see that does give
crazy.
convert into
Like
some
like
value for Gen G to
maybe
be
you
out.
have like
Right
a
now the score is
20% chance of that working if they're there, right?
Right?
Because I mean, you've got this little platform here. You've got this to work at. You've got potential. It could be on either side here as well.
DFM looking to pressure.
I guess maybe they
up
weren't
B.
because they had been there
So
the whole
Gen G
round. but-
stopping to fight Rubble.
What
They
is
wanna take
this?
space elsewhere, and this time it's an all-out
Why?
blow.
Why
Gen
is
G comes
he's
out on
just
top.
fucking
Munchkin
love it? He
barely
just
escaping
fucking
with
loves
his life.
the. Let's just
Yomack
triple
is
dry
there
swing.
close, and DFM will
I mean, it
slow
worked
things
this time.
down.
I thought I heard the flash, but somehow, well, Gen G comes out of the fight.
If they prowler him, he should die.
With the advantage. Now onto the other parts of the map. Texture is just posted up and ready to truly receive them. And there's the first one. Blastback's away. Good shot from Art to really take him down. Spike still on his side. But unfortunately,
awareness.
as soon as the curtain falls, Munchkin lands the perfect tap. Just down to Art.
Art will just try to make his way all the way over to the A side. He wants to run as fast as possible. Just gonna go for the plant. Get whatever he can. Ideally, sure, you try to find maybe one more fight, 1v1, but he doesn't have the leisure for that. Prowler checks, he's in back of sight. Yeah, no time for trickery. You just gotta fight. He thinks a little
goodbye,
bit too
GENG.
much.
Good awareness of
Foxy9
this
will
lurk.
arrive to receive another kill.
Just like
Yeah,
staying
really
here,
tough,
because Texture
right?
only
One
saw
on three,
2.
just
So good
really
comments
no
by
room
Texture,
to
like, oh, it's not all
escape
3, it's
to.
only 2 of
It's a
them.
little bit
Most
unfortunate,
likely
but
a
that
guy's
said,
here,
still
we just
not
wait
too
for
bad.
that,
DFM
kill
gets
him.
to buy back up.
Good awareness by
Spike
GENG.
planted as well, it's just a little bit more money, but now they truly get to understand, right? GENG's
Okay,
starting
you've
to push
got
out
5
against us
ults.
quite a bit,
Like,
and at the
must
same time,
use.
if they're pushing
Must
out
use.
somewhere,
Probably this
that
last
op
round was
is,
must use, to be
you know,
honest, in a
on the
3v4.
other end of the map.
Yeah, this op, you either gotta figure out the op first, or you gotta make sure you see where else they're pushing out from and fight it. But right now, it's GENG reading the patterns of DFM. No timeout just yet, though. Still trusting in the players to figure it out. All ults still online here for DFM as they complete the full circle. And now op online alarm bot there to help with the escape.
Let's just go see. I like this.
So they
Let's
kind of
just use the ults, go see.
Prowler,
Don't
Gen's still trying to
overthink it.
hold, while the rest of DFM try to aggress straight in towards the C site. It's just the op here, and if that's what they've read, it would be good, but
Nicely
Texture,
done, though.
sharp
Nicely
on
done. Put the
flick.
orb up, put it down.
And you know exactly when the call
Fade
came
dead.
through that they were going to lower that
Gonna
opposing
make this
cloud,
harder to
'cause that's when
reclear
he
here with no
switches the sights
fade.
over to the middle of the smoke to make sure he's ready to flick either way. And now you know if there's a rotate, there's a crossfire. Munchkin spots one. There should be the swing out. There's
Nicely done.
Foxy9. The paranoia, but Foxy9 is not hit, and he will shut down the spike. GN, you've been tagged for a long time. You might be able to get one kill, but it's just not enough.
Now, they didn't use any ults, somehow. But
so
we're like
insane
wasting our time
how
to use
GENG
these
is
ults
able to
now.
play this well.
Like, we're not
We
gonna
talked
get
about the
another ult
poison
back,
cloud
because
thing,
now
you know,
it's
you heard
round
the
9.
footsteps of
We
Texture
could have
was
used these
ready,
in round 7.
But they had
Right,
layers
we
to
used them in
this.
round 7.
It's
By the
play
time we
outside
get to
of
round
that
12,
impresses
probably
me
at
the
least
most.
some people have
First
got
of all,
them back.
Munchkin, you know, getting
But
the
now that we're
initial
on round
shots, but then
9,
Foxy9 to swing off of his
probably
contact
not.
as well. Munchkin, despite being blinded, was still continuing to spam through the walls just to
So
make
pretty
it
big
that much
mistake
more
by
difficult.
DFM.
And that is going to have to call for...
And again, like, note to teams, when you've got 5 ults, just run an exec. Right? You might think that that's predictable, you might think that that's obvious. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Use a fatal into a raise ult, run whatever site you want. Unless that fatal hits 5 people, just run an exec. Like, just fucking, just use your ults. Like, don't let the time tick down, and don't let, like, defaulting, oh, you got picked off on your own, you didn't want to use your ult on your own. Don't let that happen. Just fucking 5-stack, run to a site, and use your ult. And don't let anything crazy happen. Just fucking use your ult. Like, especially when we're down, we're losing, our eco is in a fragile state. You know, because now we're on an eco. Like, in this round here, just fucking send it. Just go Fade ult, Omen ult, Raze ult, into Steel Garden, Post Plant, Astral Post Plant, win the round. Because instead, we're going to have another round of not using ults. And now, like, for definite, if we go this round without using any of these ults, for definite, for sure, we're only getting these ults.
And now you have a trap play. Foxy9's gonna wait.
So we only used one of every ult in a half.
The Prowler checks close, so the Paranoia has
On
to get
attack
used
side
early, but
Lotus, like, that's just not good
Foxy9 will
enough.
still capitalize on that value.
Being able to TP back as well, Karon. I mean, they're getting away for free with some of these kills. Pit up towards B, so that's not quite the option that they're looking for. DFM now just scratching their heads, looking for anything possible.
It's gonna be a smoke.
2 rounds of being a full ult orbs is basically minus 10 ult points. Yeah, at least minus 10. Right? Considering that, like, in this scenario, they could have picked up an ult orb. Obviously, they get kills as well.
They look like it's going to be an all-out jump out. Okay, the hot does wonders, but Foxy9 is going
Like, you're
to be
talking
the
at
actual
least
wonder
minus
kid,
10.
shuts things down.
But probably more like
again, Foxy9,
minus
I mean, the last
16.
time that he did this well holding angles was on this very map too. So there's just so much to be said about this GENG squad right now, and DFM really trying to crack the solution, but they haven't quite found it yet. I mean, it's always these rounds where it's just an opening op shot from Texture, you know, pushing on somewhere on the map or holding, And
How was the NRG crew match? Did FNS cook?
DFM doesn't have much
He
control
cooked
on
up.
the other
He cooked up
parts.
something.
That's when GENG starts to push up and set up a
He
bit
cooked
of
up a terrible individual performance.
Third round
Just
was
run C and
all
ult. Why? No,
for
don't even
DFM.
put a player
None
on
of
B.
them
Just
used
run
yet.
C and ult.
That just means
Just
that
fade ult
DFM
and raise
hasn't
ult this
been able
guy on
to
C.
set up, and it takes them too long.
Omen
They're
ult
just not as
backside.
fluid from further out. They need to creep up to the line of scrimmage, and GENG is not allowing that. Rebel, again, completely pushed out. Prowler all the way through, and then it's a reset onto B. C-side is your only option. C's used, and now a creep through.
Kind of just want a full send, and that's what they're looking to do. A little bit of a creep up, just letting Art be the first one in with a spike.
Okay, they all avoided that.
Have already backed off,
Thing is, they saved their raise ult. So this is good.
The ults to kind of go in for the retake.
Oh, the showstopper trying to send
they used it
all
too
the way
early,
to
though.
the deep end, but the spike already gets
Oh,
planted.
not
It's
if
a
Yeoman just
double
runs
from
into it
May.
full. That's
We've
handy.
got some good showstoppers in Pacific, but it's not over just yet.
What?
Fox 9 answers right back, evens it out to a 3v3. Munchkin, operator in hand, but the lockdown, it should find value. It should push everyone into the corners. Right now, the ping's coming down from GENG. They know exactly where to look. Munchkin's gonna look far out. He gets one. Charon clears out the other end. Art staying alive with 7 HP, and it's just not lucky enough.
How have they lost that? I mean, Yeoman literally gave them a kill. Yeoman literally was to texture get down Mr. President, but too late, and just ended up running into a raise ult.
That is this rehearsed, this sharp, this ready. Luck cannot help you anywhere. It's all down to just skill, bro. The lockdown, they knew exactly where to look. They pinged the spot of where
this
Akame
second
would
fight,
be on the map.
that's
Munchkin
ugly.
peeking out from door as well. I mean, that was cherry on top.
Every member just looking at the lone possibilities where the members could have run away to. And the fact that that retake works with Munchkin on the operator.
Oh, dear.
DFM scratching their heads. 4 ultimates used. Sure, you trade a couple back, but you're the one who needed rounds right now. Rubble, you're giving it a little bit, but still some information on GENG's side. No reason to rotate, and because of that, a push out from C Mound. If you don't have Meteor, use Texture. He pushes out with the operator. That side of the map is now gone.
Not so much being held by GENG. Munchkin tries to get ahead. Yeoman makes use of that to spray him down.
That's not this
Takes
comp,
down Art.
Munchkin.
That's the, one of the controllers gone.
I mean, I
Foxy
know
9
that
comes
you're
back
just
to
out aiming
refill
them,
the
but
space. It finds Jinboom.
Munchkin's goal in here is
So
trying to give
fast for
DFM a
Fox 9
chance.
as well. The backup, it's getting faster and faster. GN with a trade, spots Charon. Charon resets the fight and wins it. Akame now alone. Catches sight of Charon, but it's too dangerous to go up to the spike just yet. 50 seconds. He can reset. He can make things calm just
He
a
doesn't get
little
the
bit.
spike whilst the smoke is there, though.
He does have 40 seconds to work off of. Spike somewhere behind the wall, so he's able to still pick that up. Just to make sure not to cross on over.
And GENG, they'll just hold. Getting curious, a timing, but Texture is flicks.
Still hits that.
Still remain at the top as GENG move forward to 8.
Last round in the half.
So far, unstoppable on this op. Maybe around here or there, but Munchkin comes back in just to refill. And this time around, sure they took Rubble, but again, all of these smokes right there just to block them off. Foxy 9 comes back in to refill. The whole of GENG are just down their necks right now. DFM not allowed to breathe truly at all.
Oh, dear.
Once again, back into its
Poor
Rubble. I mean,
DFM.
trying as much as possible to get just a bit of space. A Haunt, a Razorvine, but it's all being shut down.
It's a
Here
hard
comes
read.
Texture.
Yeah, they're all the way through with the paranoia. They've absolutely ditched the C site. They just want to finish this first half here on
And
Rubble.
Munchkin is just
It's
literally
DFM they're ready
calling
for
the
it. They
most
reset the fight,
aggressive
they
half he can.
reposition. The spread is
Literally
good.
just like,
They'll slow things down finally.
forget what, like he thinks he's playing like a
Gives
breach comp.
them the breathing space that they need. Prowler to check and clear around the corners.
See, now they think
You will
that,
try to
oh,
play
that
up
we've
the
had 4 people
numbers.
here.
Just to regroup around.
But Foxy's not
C,
hearing
J.
anything. Why is not even one of you going anywhere else?
No real reason to push out that far out with everyone coming, but hey, you get the kill. It's even better.
I mean, bro,
and then there's
you
nobody
know
here.
they're not here now.
So DFM, because of that
What-
push out,
what-
it
why are
does
we
make
still on
them
C?
wonder, oh, do we have to go somewhere else? Because if Foxy 9 is pushing that far out, does that mean they're still holding on A, waiting for us to get pushed in? Maybe we
They're
have to
going
go
for
to
a triple
B.
flank now.
And GENG, they can now continue to circle together.
Thing is,
All
this
down
flank
to
is
a
this
little
flank
bit
is
of
kind of
timing
useless
as well.
on it.
GENG is moving a lot more steadily. DFM already on towards the A side, but they're doing so much just to check and make sure that there isn't a single.
Okay, so they probably lost this, to be honest. Again, so someone probably with this wall should be coming this way now that they know they've planted there. I guess they don't. Well, actually, they've had the turret on B the whole time, so they know that no one's been in B. The problem is when you come for this flank, you obviously just open the door. I guess this time they are all flanking, so it's, you know, they might just think it's the one guy.
He needs to get the first fight. He does it. Now the angles have opened up.
Munchkin needs to not show himself.
And Jinbung, they each need to win their fight. May's already been spotted. He needs to swing out. He gets one. Jinbung trying to go for the trade. The paint show's trying to stop the defuse, but it doesn't quite go over the corner. They do stop it.
Got a bit fortunate there.
And the spray through the
but okay, a pistol and 2 rounds essentially for DFM. Not great. Attack side Lotus.
So darn close,
he should be able
thankfully
to close
DFM
this
were
out.
able to stabilize off to the rubble fight. May alongside his teammates, they were just able to fight back and tell GENG, like, we are able to take these fights if you want them. And because of that, you know, down to the numbers game, they were then able to get the spike down. Sure, Akame wasn't quite able to hold down his tree, but at the same time, it is May after all. He comes back in just to hold the angle. And that's just a little bit of trust in the savior of DFM right now, May, once again.
4 rounds.
I think that Munchkin called a pretty disrespectful half there. He was basically just saying, like, we'll win. We'll win the fights. We can do whatever we want. We'll push out. We'll win. It's fine. So, what games are later today? There's no games tomorrow morning, so I can stay up and watch Americas. Yay! It's Lev versus MIBR. Oh, and Loud Crew. Oh, Loud Crew. Senji 2 upper final. That'll be a good game at least. And then what? Probably... I mean, Lev MIBR is a good game. I guess I can... If I'm so tired, I can just sleep Loud Crew. Loud Crew, I sleep. MIBR Lev. Good game. Loud Crew, I sleep. When is Liquid playing? Next week. Wednesday, if I had to guess. Oh no, it's not Wednesday, is it? They don't start till Friday. So they play Friday. There's no games tomorrow. There's no games next week on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There's Americas on Thursday. Then they all play Friday. Friday is the big day. Where there's the Americas lower final. Obviously the upper finals are to qualify. Oh shit, we're in. My bad.
All the way through. Akame holding against Foxy9. That's huge.
Okay, we'll probably see quite a lot of that of Foxy9 trying an aggressive lurk and dying. That's a very Foxy9 play.
Signal for a fast rotate if needed. They're coming. Art makes the call. Lots of footsteps heard. He needs to get more than one. He only gets one, but lots of damage done. Delays them far enough. Munchkin, meanwhile, still toying with them with all the utility, the toxins, the reset. He's not going to get the kill. So
I mean, they are literally playing the same.
A lot better now just to hold the angle. Sheerwall comes up, no escape for GENG.
Okay, double pistol for DFM will make this look respectable, but in reality they're probably just going to lose 13-9.
As they take both here on Lotus.
And yeah, it won't have actually been that close of a game.
May finally reaching the 10 kill mark here. The first one on the team. And interestingly noted,
you're just hoping they lose. They just don't have a chance. They don't have a chance. Man.
Higher their 1.0, but on DFM,
they're just gonna get out-aimed.
And I believe one other member already with a KD higher than 1.0. And now
the only thing is, maybe the Vice could give
able to find the duels they wanted.
GENG some trouble.
Definitely had a lot more success from before, but right now maybe starting things a little.
Depends
bit
how
better
they use it.
In the second half. They do have that set up once again out towards Rubble, Vi's utility out towards C, Sheerwall towards B with Art on a judge.
Texture noted, only one Sheriff heard. DFM, they don't want to get timing on that peek out, so they will just plant the judge for now.
Also is GENG continuing to bait out some of these utilities and gathering information for the upcoming rounds too. Stars to come back up from Gen, just to reinforce sites even further.
Okay, there was no one spotted outside of C Mount, so DFM, I'd love to see them rotate a little bit faster, especially as you see that toxic screen come back up. You still have delay util over on C.
Oh my goodness, what?
That's the site opened up. Nobody here for backup. GENG, not full information just yet. They will continue to explore with 35 seconds on the
Karen
clock.
picks up on Marshall.
Oh, look at Munchkin.
Oh, he hears him. Gets some damage in, distracts him, not able to fill that A site. And during all of that, Foxy9 with a deep lurk all the way around.
Foxy's
so
too
this
slow,
may
though.
have done wonders for Munchkin just to try to make them think about someone coming in from B Heaven. But it's a far-range kill for Foxy9. DFM, not much time to work with.
Long range on the Classic, and because of time as well, GENG just needs to wait and bait even longer. In with
Foxy has 2 nanos. They have a nade.
At the ready as well.
Yeah, just going to throw it on a timing, and now they have everything lined up. Ready to just spam down, and the Nano Swarm. DFM, they can't even approach the spike. There's no chance for a defuse, and you will just have to run away.
Oh my god.
Never mind, they might not even get 9.
This was not meant to be. DFM had the pistol, but GENG just plays it so
good recognition of
Working
Wincom.
their way across the map, baiting out the utility. Foxy9
Like all just tucking together and just
deep flank.
waiting for your nade and 2 nanos.
A tiny bit of movement inside of the blue room as well, just to instill that bit of paranoia into DFM's minds. It's just, it does so much. I think towards the end of it all, truly the snake bite, the base cells, the net. I could go on. Like all these little bits of utility just rocked DFM. They are off balance right now.
I mean, that was just, they used the entire map as well with the deep lurk. And now May forced onto a hero Bulldog. Not the most glorious of weapons. We'll see if he can make it work. Foxy9 gonna get a clean shot onto Akame.
Why is our Bulldog fucking chilling in C and that guy is pushing out?
Now Akame trying to make it look like it's just a push far out to get info. We'll see if it works to set up May as he's planned to just
Not worth it.
the site.
It's gonna have to be quite a bit from May though.
Like, what person in their right mind is thinking,
Still trying to hold out behind
oh, I got this
boxes,
kill
that's
here,
up the
let me
blue
just
bot.
fucking sprint
Here's
onto this site. Like,
steps.
by this point, someone might have rotated here.
Oh, and GENG, they're a step ahead of it, right? It could be a fast rotate over because we're going to start to creep in. We still see nobody. It could be a rotation. And Foxy9 is going to continue to get more kills. And Munchkin's even here to cover for him just in case.
Oh,
the perfect raid from Munchkin. The IGL of GENG is back. And now the spike can begin its move across the map as Foxy9 will get a triple.
Not even needed. Foxy9 swaps back to the Outlaw as well, just considering the fact
It's
that
so over.
DFM's economy is down.
It is quite over, I
in the
think,
dumps.
yes.
It's 10-5 now, and this truly
No way
fortifies
Talon wins against
GENG's
GENG.
lead.
I wouldn't say no way.
And Foxy9,
Talon
this
could
time
turn
gaining
up.
some confidence, able to take space with the backup of Munchkin. We're seeing GENG slowly evolve, try to figure out how to work with the new pieces that they've gathered. And so far, it's looking good today.
Okay, a bit of a buy up. The Odin on the side of Art, trying to spam on through. Oh, he will catch Kara on the other end. What in the world? It's just crouched and spammed.
I didn't know they brought in kill streaks to Valorant. What in the world is that?
Kill streaks.
He's just a slow little walking tank. I mean, normally I would say that would break someone's mental. GENG is up by quite a lot, so I don't think it will just yet, but that is frustrating to play against. And I highly encourage the Odin, and I still think that looks annoying.
But hey, I mean, at this point, DFM, take what you can get. Now that's another kill for Akame. Gen down to block off the B side. The spike's on the ground.
This round was funny.
It's just Yeoman.
The way he was just crouching around, just walking around like a little crab. I don't
know
know why Karen didn't it was like Karen was surprised. It was like he didn't know what was happening.
Oh my god.
Because he refused to shoot back, even though he saw the bullets getting closer and closer around the corner. The angle was getting closer and closer.
Look at this.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes it all
But he just he was like, "What's that?"
God, he actually tagged the next guy.
Oh man,
I'm taking notes.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're bringing joy to some people. Maybe not the likes of Achilles, but hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for watching stuff like this.
Hell yeah. It takes skill, okay? 6-10 now. GENG tries to get ahead. Odin's all the way across the map.
Now the push out alongside the Odin from C.
Okay, the triple push out C.
Push out and then just delay with the Razor Vines. You've got the shear wall on B.
Okay, the Prowler, the deep Prowler, did they hear it?
To try to deny any advance, and the door opens up. Foxy 9, are they ready for it? There's 2 in the smoke. DFM, you cannot get curious. Oh, that's a timing, and Jimbug's ready for it. It's a quick trade by Foxy 9.
1 for 1, but that is the Viper
1 to
down.
1. Oh, but the lockdown, and that could be a bit of a fake as well. The rest of
Lockdown
Gen G
for
is
the
still
B
somewhat
split?
undetected, or at least mid-rounding it back towards the B site, where DFM's gonna have to respect it.
Yeah, they see nobody pushing out of blue room, so they consider it safe
1,
in
2.
the last couple seconds. Boombot sent to make sure there's no push out from heaven as well.
All the positions noted too. Meanwhile, Art, okay,
Oh,
tried to reposition, but spotted out by Karen.
Yeah, but now they know that Karen is at Rubble, so that's something that DFM will have to take care of. Akame, meanwhile, gets a kill on the site itself. Now, continuing through, they push him out, so now all eyes onto blue room. Yo, man, he's been so good today. Dodges the paint shells, ready for the second kill.
He's not. He doesn't know about the third guy though.
So quick
They
to
do
react
now.
with Maze Peak now down towards Karen.
They know where they
Spots out
both
the
are.
Odin. It kind of knows exactly where to look. One inside of blue, and that's Foxy 9. Okay,
Ooh, Foxy,
slight
rough.
whiff on it, but Karen comes back in to
Rough.
stabilize. Gen G.
But Gen
off
G
the
got
round
the
will
extra
pick up the
kill.
win.
11-6.
If Art was able to take someone out there from the smoke with the Odin as he's just running out, that would have been insane. But you see what he's trying to do. It looks silly sometimes, but he's basically trying to be
Glue FM frauds.
in a sense, right? He's really drawing
They did what
attention,
they came
trying
here
to
to
get
do.
chip damage,
Eliminate
making the
Paper
focus on
Rex.
him as
This
he
is
tries to go
a
for a
crazy
fast swing out
shot.
with the Odin, and then hoping that GN can go for the trades as they try to deny anyone hiding in the smokes.
Yeah, that's what it's meant for, but unfortunately for them,
Okay,
I think one of the
11-6.
crucial kills was Yeoman being able to take down May.
Oh, they got him.
Now a quick little blast pack from Texture down into Rubble. Gen G looking to fight.
And the paint shells were used as
Problem is
well
with
by
the C's
May, but
nade is
not
like,
gonna take out Texture.
unless you've got
And
G2
now
levels
Rubble
of timing,
so far in control
it
of Gen G.
yeah.
Little B main presence as well from
It
Gen
just
G,
doesn't seem
slowly
to get a
pushing
kill
out
that often.
Check and clear. It's just Gen to hold with the linear angle.
Like people are still trying to seize nade, but yet you don't see many C salvos that actually probably would work.
Now this time it's a double swing. Munchkin continuing to double up. Buddy system with Foxy 9.
Because your precision
site
doesn't need
is
to be
free.
nearly as much. As long as you catch them in the
That's a
C's,
push
you're
out
good.
from DFM. As long as Gen G can
That
survive
was
here
nice
on
by
Rumble, the
DFM.
spike is dropped. Texture knows he's on a mission.
Goodbye,
He has
Texture.
to run. They have B site. He is tagged, so no audio. Just full faith. Sending it to the site.
a big
Foxy
kill.
9 will protect him, but are they aware
They
of
run to
May?
C. This is
they're
a
trying
great
to go up the
call.
round. All right, you know what? The wraparound from C has come. We've deleted it. And now onto the site.
Look at Munchkin.
Munchkin's
Gonna plant
waiting
it
in
for
spawn.
Munchkin.
And once he knows on a timing that there is no wraparound, they should have a better.
He's not
inkling of
really
where they're
gonna be
coming
in
from.
this
You see
round
the alarm bot as well. The position of Foxy
Because of the
9
double
is
flank,
just
but they
too
do have
good
an
right
alarm
now.
bot here.
Oh, this is so much information. Foxy 9 is quite prepared.
Alarm bot
It
turret is
May,
quite
though, so
good.
if May can find that one-on-one, it could spell a little bit better for DFM.
He should just stay here. There's literally...
Munchkin waiting for it, wins the fight against May. Alarm bot
I was gonna say,
spots
there's not really much
the
reason
rest
to
coming in from
even
C
peek when you have this
and
turret.
Gen G have their eyes set
Oh, but now
on
it's
towards
12.
match point. Texture getting stunned up, but
Oh,
there
the
is
orb
simply
is cancer
no
as well.
entry. And DFM
Oh.
will have to swallow their tears as they save while they give up match point.
I do hope that they are happy tears, though. I mean, they have had quite the journey, taking down Paper
I
Rex
think
and
you have to
everything,
go
but
for that.
right
I
now,
think
this
your
Gen G
chances of
just
winning
looks
a
too darn
2v3
good. It was a high-low setup. I mean, what a
even
call
with
for,
low
first of
time
all, the quick mid-round straight into C side.
and into a Viper orb,
Secondly,
I still think your chances of winning a
Foxy 9,
2v3
despite
are
having
higher
the
than
angle,
winning
he just
6
kind of
rounds in a
went
row.
back in through to support Texture, while Munchkin takes
And then having to win
the
in
other
overtime.
angle straight through from spawn, where it's an angle that May least expects. That's just crazy. And at the start of the whole fight as well, I think
Instead-
a little bit unfortunate for DFM. They
DFM want to waste some more time. What are the football games on today? This was a quicker wrap up. What are the early games? Brentford Spurs, United Palace, Arsenal City. Ooh, Arsenal City. Do you read GlueTube, chatters? Y'all ain't ready for Lance Stroll domination. You must live in a different timeline to the rest of us. NRG are definitely the most disappointing team currently. That I don't think is true. Who's more disappointing, NRG or Paper Rex?
Again, Foxy9, when he goes in that lurk, it's always with Munchkin. It's not the pressure anymore that I have to do everything on my own. They're using their resources in a different way, and DFM has not been able
You're all
to
just
figure out
spamming
the
Paper
answer.
Rex.
A little bit unfortunate,
But I think the way that
straight
Paper
into
Rex
it,
went out
GENG
is
looking to
worse than the
finish.
way that NRG
Cool
went out.
blast pack straight into the side. Munchkin for the trade.
Viper
Snake
spit.
bites to hold them off. Spike goes down.
And there's the haunt going through. That keeps him tied up. Paranoia at the ready. We're going to send the snake bite as well. Karen just pushes out on his own. Now 30 HP. He just acts as a scout. Meanwhile, we do have Art coming in.
GG.
It's going to be a shutdown.
Well, thanks for getting that one over with. Thank God we took that time out. Okay. GENG win. Not a big shock. Later on today, we will see Lev Amabia, Lev Meber, and, well, Loud Crew if I can stay awake. Goodbye, everyone.
When does PRX play?
That's mean. Goodbye.